Blimey, my friends, the Five Eyes Alliance is in a right pickle, and it's getting chillier than a penguin's bottom in here. This cosy little club of spies and sneaks, born from the ashes of World War II, has been the backbone of Western intelligence sharing for decades. But nowadays, it's about as stable as a cat on a hot tin roof. Let's rewind a bit, shall we? The Five Eyes, comprising the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia and New Zealand, started as a cheeky little pack between American and British codebreakers back in 1946. They were cracking German codes faster than you can say Enigma and thought, oi, we're onto something here. Fast forward to today, and this alliance has been keeping us safe from all sorts of nasties, from terrorists to cyber baddies. But who's the bloke stirring up trouble now? None other than our old friend Donald Trump and his merry band of advisors. Word on the street is that Peter Navarro, Trump's right-hand man, has been whispering sweet nothings about kicking Canada out of the club. Can you believe it? Our neighbours to the north getting the boot. Navarro's trying to play it cool now, calling it crazy stuff. But the damage is done, innit? Trump's been going on about Canada being the 51st state, and let me tell you, the Canadians are proper chuffed about that. Not in a good way, mind you. It's like telling your mate his wife's a bit of all right. Not the kind of compliment they're after. With a whopping 25% tariff on Canadian imports set to kick in this month, it's no wonder they're feeling a bit miffed. We're talking about a potential hit of 78 billion Canadian dollars to their economy. That's not just pocket change, my friends. But here's the kicker. This isn't just about hurt feelings and bruised egos. We're talking about dismantling one of the most successful intelligence sharing arrangements in history. David Wilder, a former CIA chap, reckons it'd be a disaster. And he's not wrong, is he? Imagine trying to keep tabs on the likes of Russia and China with a fragmented alliance. It's like trying to herd cats, I tell you. Now, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you're as gobsmacked as I am by these developments. We need all eyes on this Five Eyes kerfuffle, because it's not just about spies and secrets. It's about the very fabric of Western cooperation unravelling before our eyes. Australia and New Zealand are getting antsy too, starting to fancy the idea of going it alone. Can't blame them, really. When the big boys start throwing their weight around, sometimes it's best to step back and reassess, innit? Australia's cozying up to the AUKUS pact with the US and UK, while New Zealand's playing it cool, not wanting to ruffle any feathers with China. But let's not lose sight of the bigger picture here. This Five Eyes domestic is happening against a backdrop of global tensions that'd make your whiskers curl. We've got Canada accusing India of assassinating a Sikh leader, Hardeep Singh Nijjar, on their turf, using Five Eyes intelligence to back it up. Talk about stirring the pot. It's like accusing your neighbour of nicking your garden gnome, but with international espionage thrown in for good measure. And let's not forget about our mate Putin. The US recently sided with Russia in a UN vote against condemning aggression in Ukraine. I mean, what's next? Pigs flying? It's no wonder our allies are giving us the side eye. It's like showing up to a footy match wearing the other team's colours. Bound to raise a few eyebrows, innit? Now, some might say this is all just political posturing, a bit of sabre rattling to get better trade deals. But I'll tell you what, my friends, when you start messing with decades-old alliances that have kept us safe from the baddies, you're playing with fire. We're not just talking about sharing gossip over a pint here. This is high-tech stuff. Signals intelligence, cybersecurity, the works. It's like having a WhatsApp group for national security, and now we're thinking of kicking out one of the admins. The implications of Canada getting the boot are serious business. We're talking about a massive gap in our intelligence network. Canada's been keeping an eye on the Arctic, monitoring Russian submarines and whatnot. Without them, it's like trying to watch a football match with one eye closed. You're bound to miss something important. And let's not forget how this could benefit our not-so-friendly neighbours. Russia and China must be rubbing their hands with glee, watching the Five Eyes have a right old Barney. It's like seeing your rival team's star players fighting on the pitch. You know you're in for an easy win. So, what's the takeaway from all this? Well, it seems the Five Eyes are having a bit of a squint. Whether they'll need glasses or end up with an eye patch remains to be seen. But one thing's for certain, in this game of international cat and mouse, we might just end up chasing our own tails. The irony of an intelligence-sharing alliance having communication problems isn't lost on me, my friends. It's like a group of translators who can't agree on what language to speak. You'd think with all those eyes, someone would have seen this coming, eh? We'll be back soon with more. I'm Ron de Parmesan for News Cats. Thanks for tuning in. And remember, in a world of watchful eyes, keep yours wide open, unless you're winking, in which case, make it a good one.